We shall.
All right. Let me just ask what you guys are going to do. I'm going to send Holden is going to send you guys a mass message to meet at 12:30 at the a small out viewpoint parking lot near a hiking trail that goes up to Fragrance Lake. He's going to say 12:30. Meet there. Prepared for things to get messy.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna respond with, "You think David is ready?"
That is an interesting question that I don't think he messaged David for this one. Holden, I think, is smart enough.
I was gonna message David.
Oh,
and
then
I was
he'll say.
Holden.
Oh, you're asking him if David's ready? If you think David's ready? Holden says not for this one.
Okay. See you there. Smiley face tentacle.
I hate it. Ugh.
Jesse, what do you say to that text message, and if there's anything you want to do in the meantime? Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
There we go. He'll acknowledge the text and just be like, "Well, I'll be there." It's not like he can't
he
do
responds and
it
says, "Good. It's very important that you're there."
I want to respond. Jesse's gonna put the eye roll emoji in chat and then backspace and not acknowledge that.
Karen, oh, sorry. You go, James. You go. You're in charge here.
He's for the rest of the day, he's just gonna do what he said he's gonna do and try to improve his health. So he'll I don't know, he'll find a gym, join like a group class or something for the rest of the day.
So sick.
Yeah.
So sick. I love it.
Like yoga in the fucking park or something. I don't know.
Let's do it. Yeah, yoga.
And he'll be like,
There's a yoga group meeting up in Adova Woods.
No!
No, there's just you could just go to a little drop-in yoga class. You have a horrible time. Can you give me a dexterity save, please?
I'm good. That's right down the middle. I got 50 dex, and that's a 26.
You are able to get through it, but it's like you feel really sore afterwards.
Oh
yeah. Karen, do you do anything when you get the message?
No, she doesn't respond to the message. She will show up, but she doesn't respond. She's cold shouldering for sure.
Sounds good.
Rough.
Then do you guys want to just fast forward to 12:30?
Sure can.
All right. You guys all pull up to Fragrance Lake, where Holden is sitting in his car, and he has his window open and he is smoking a cigarette as you approach.
So cool.
I get out of my car and just lean against the door.
When you get out of your car, he also just he gets out as well.
Yeah.
Hello, Karen. Why don't you tell our friends what we're going to be doing tonight before I surprise them with our guest of honor?
What do you expect me to say to that, Holden? Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming. We're going to murder someone tonight.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's honestly pretty much what I was expecting. Maybe just with a little less sass, Karen.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
When Jake's like, "Whoa, what?" I'm just gonna be like, "First time."
I mean, watching someone get murdered? No. We were there together the first time.
Oof, spooky. There we go.
It's spooky. What's the lake called?
Fragrance Lake.
Oh fuck, we're at a lake, not the woods. God damn it.
No, it's a hiking trail up.
It's a hiking trail up to a lake.
So, like, 1 second. I'm just to do the bleeding heart ritual. To save Jesse.
Oh no. He's not worth it.
He's not. Karen is seriously considering that he's not worth it.
Can we sacrifice Jesse to save Jesse?
Kind of. Save him from himself and save the town from Jesse.
Jesse might make like a really nice tree. I just
He might look really
come
nice.
on. What if he's like a birch or something? Ah, it'd be beautiful.
You would just go by fucking in Odova Woods and you'd just like walk past a tree and you'd be like, did someone just ask me for smokes?
Holden looks at you, Jesse, and he says, when this is all done, you got to promise me something.
Mm-hmm.
That you're not going to turn into some sort of baby who whines about the fact that his life shouldn't be worth more than another person's.
All right.
Because we could just turn you into a tree if you don't want this to happen.
You know what I've done in my past. I live with those demons.
Holden kind of, I don't know, the look on his face is hard to read to that reaction. And then he just turns over and he opens his trunk.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Can I do a psychology and try?
Yeah, you could try.
I got 50 in psychology. And that's an 89.
You do
And
not
I'm not good at math, but
you do not get a read on it.
It's hard to read.
When he opens the trunk, he kind of just pulls a man out who is bound behind his hands behind his back with handcuffs, who kind of just looks a little bit groggy and out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Karen does not make eye contact with this human.
Do we recognize the man?
No.
No?
No.
Yeah, Jesse's not even going to inquire, like, who's this?
Yeah, no.
Up the trail, Karen, why don't you lead the way? She hands you a flashlight.
You're taking a lot of sick, twisted pleasure in this, Holden.
If you stay, you'll learn you're going to have to.
She starts walking.
Jake, why don't you take the rear, and he hands you a flashlight as well.
All right.
Let's go. The path up to Fragrance Lake is a winding trail. It's a hiking trail. It's actually pretty simple. It takes about 15 minutes to get up. And when we do get to the top, Fragrance Lake is a beautiful viewpoint of a lake on top of this hill, where the moon is shining above, casting a reflection down into the lake. And the dim light that comes from the moonlight is enough to see that the trees also are reflected in the lake, making it look like there is an upside-down horizon here. You guys are also very quick to notice that a few feet off the path is Catherine's fortune teller tent.
Should we, to Holden, I'm asking, do we just let her watch, or?
She'll come once we get set up. Karen?
I'll explain it, but I'm not actively participating in this.
That's fine. Like I said, I'll do it.
She explains how to lay out everything and points and corrects as necessary, but she does not. She refuses to touch anything. She refuses to be anywhere near the human. In fact, she kind of stays like 5 feet away from everyone and everything at all times.
Holden steps away for a moment, kind of just like gives the man to you guys to watch, and he moves over to the tent, and he steps inside, and the two have a conversation that, unless you guys try to eavesdrop, you won't be able to hear.
Oh yeah, I hate Catherine. I'm definitely gonna try to eavesdrop. That's a listen. I probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna.
Jake
try.
doesn't want to know anything more, so
That's a 10. That beats my hard, but my extreme is 9, so I don't beat that.
You actually hear that the two talk very friendly with one another. Kind of just like, colleagues that go way back that just have differing opinions. But they're just kind of like being very cordial with one another. Catherine says, "Are you concerned at all that Jesse is listening?" And Holden says, "Honestly, I'm not surprised. He's why we're here. You know that. You know what happened to him. You know what the Witch of Adova Woods did. We want to reverse that."
This is the first time Jesse's hearing about a Witch of Adova Woods.
We want to reverse that, and I'm offering you access to the entity that has been sitting on Karen's shoulders for so long. We'll do the ritual. When the thing appears, you can put it in the veil. Does that sound fair? Catherine responds with just a, "Of course." And then the two step out of the tent. Holden looks at you in the eyes, Jesse, and just shakes his head.
What?
You were listening.
You can't see my fucking pupils, because when I kill someone, I never let them look me in the eyes, because I'm a coward.
Catherine just goes and stands near the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Karen, is it all set up?
She nods.
I'm going to need you to go stand near Catherine.
I go and I stand near Catherine. I stand farther away than I should, and then I assume I get beckoned closer and take a step closer.
Yeah. But you get told by Holden. He goes like,
Yeah.
Catherine is just looking out at the water. All right. Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Karen, is there anything specific I'm supposed to use here, or do I just...
She reaches into her bag and...
Well, it's blocking your microphone a
the
little
cat's
bit.
blocking the microphone.
Toby, ruined it. She pulls out a dagger that has been engraved on the hilt in a script that probably none of you can read. And she just kind of like tosses it towards your feet.
Holden goes and picks it up. All right. I assume no one else wants to do this.
Jesse's just gonna be like, I can.
Holden thinks about it for a second, but then he looks back at Karen and he says, "No, I'll do this." The man who was kind of like just kind of been out of it. It looks like he has been drugged by Holden.
Yeah.
Holden just steps over him and then just looks at Karen, seeing if there's anything else he needs to do, or if it's just knife time.
She like rattles off a list of descriptions about how and where he should cut, and like what he's looking for as far as removal of the heart, so that it remains intact and beating. for the ritual.
Okay. He's just kind of like nodding, like, all right, okay, all right.
And she does so in a very like monotone, matter-of-fact way, as if she is repeating textbook information. And then she just pauses. She stops, as if she is done, but you're not sure based on the things she's said.
Holden follows the instructions, sinking the knife in. The man lets out a guttural, pained roar that's kind of just like a raspy breath from the sensation. And then Holden just gets to work and begins to start carving. As he does, you two, can you both make sanity checks?
So we eat.
How
What
does,
do we do for sanity again?
You just roll against your sanity.
15
Against
versus
current?
56.
Current sanity.
You have 15 sanity, Jesse?
56, man.
Oh, 56. I thought you said 15.
We don't want to roll under, right? Or
You
we do want to roll
under.
Jake, no.
Jake, what did you roll?
I rolled a 70.
What did you roll, James?
15.
Cool.
I mean, you are watching a human be carved up.
Yeah,
in
so
front of
Jake,
you.
you take 3 points of sanity damage, and Jesse, you
that's
take
not good.
1. As you guys see something begin to poke its head out from behind Karen's shoulder. Its skin is taut and kind of just covered in like a rust-like blood, and it has 2 white eyes that shine out in the night. It's just kind of like poking over, watching with satisfaction with what is happening. Across Karen, you see that like this creature has its fingers kind of like move in shape, pushing into and out of her body as it's standing behind her.
As Jesse sees that, he's just gonna like get his gun and just cock the hammer.
When you start to pull, you see Catherine just raises a hand up to you to stop.
I hate Catherine so much. But I will. I'll stop. I'm not here to fuck this up.
Jake, do you do anything?
No, he's still pretty scared.
Eventually, Holden's work is done, and he pulls the heart out. And Karen, you feel your body like as if something is pushing against your skin, and then falling out of you and crawling on the ground towards Holden and the heart is the entity that you spoke with when you were there for the ritual. Can you give me a sanity check of your own, please?
I would love to try. Holy fuck! I forgot how bad her sanity is.
What is it?
She doesn't make it at all.
You take 3 points of sanity damage as well.
Great.
What's your remaining sanity?
13.
Oh, no! What's Jake's?
16.
Oh, look at you guys go.
I forgot she took a lot. She didn't have a lot to begin with. That was how her whole story started. I was low on sanity. But fuck.
This guy, it's just kind of like crawling against the ground, like it's pulling through the dirt as it moves. And then when it reaches the heart, it reaches out, it puts its fingers around it. And Holden's just kind of like, he is not phased. He's just like watching at what's happening. But he kind of like looks up every now and again to look at Karen while this is going on. Then just back at the creature. Catherine steps forward and moves to stand behind the creature and kind of just runs her hand softly against the creature's bumpy skin. She then speaks to it, says, "You've probably felt so scared out here, sitting and wondering, hoping to find someone to latch onto. What if I took you somewhere else? Gave you your own world, your own place to play and reach out freely from, so you do not need this ritual." The creature doesn't look at Catherine, but From Catherine's hands, as she kind of just rubbing, a red string begins to appear and kind of connect the two together. Does anyone want to do anything?
Nope.
After a certain point of Catherine just continuing to just run this string along the creature, it eventually, in a blink, is just gone. And the heart in his holding hands is still just sitting there, but it's no longer bleeding. Karen, in particular, you feel a lot different, as if just that you're a bit more you than you were before, to the point where you don't even realize what you were missing. Like when you like disassociate or feel depressed, and that feeling you get when you're through it.
Gotcha.
And Holden just kind of like just puts the heart down. And then he looks at Catherine and says, "We good?" And then she looks at Jesse and she motions for you to come close to her.
He wants to be an asshole. And of course they know it. And of course they'll catch him considering giving it way too long of a beat. But as he realizes what he's doing, he's just going to approach.
When she begins to unbutton your shirt, and then she says,
hot.
"You still want to kill me, don't you?" She places her palm against your chest. She's looking you in the eye while this is happening too.
Jesse's just cautiously going to like his hand on top of hers. And just be like, "Please, I'm not done here yet."
With that, she looks at you and she says, "I know your strand still runs. Red Hull's not done with you yet." She then pulls her hand back, and then she looks at Holden and says, "Now it's done." And then she turns and, without any other word, goes back to her tent. "Well, Jake, Jesse, this is your problem." He motions to the body.
All right. Okay.
Just bury it over there through the trees.
Did we bring shovels?
No. I didn't. I brought the person. Jesse,
no
there's some
no
in
one
my
told
car.
me.
There's some in my car. We'll get them.
Okay, good. I'll go get those, and I'll like saunter away.
You know what? Jesse's just gonna, as Jake's doing that, Jesse's gonna catch up with him and be like, I'll take care of it. You go home."
No, I'll help.
"No, it's fine, Jake."
Nope. Holden asked us to do it. I will
Oh, Jake's going for Employee of the Month award
Do
for
it.
sure.
Oh yeah. He might need a few days after today, though.
Yeah.
We gotta
No
get some of that sanity back.
Karen and Holden are standing at Fragrance Lake still.
Karen's just standing there, kind of numb.
We're done. I'm not going to ask for anything unless you come to me. Okay?
Too kind.
What are you going to do next? There's only one flashlight between us. Are you going down now, or are you staying up here?
I chuck him the flashlight.
All right. Then he turns and just walks down the path.
Karen turns in her solitude at the moment to look out over the lake and just stands there until further interruption.
After about 30 minutes, Jesse and Jake make it back up to the lake, where you guys see Karen standing in the dark, looking out towards the waters.
A dead body behind her.
Yeah.
You okay?
Peachy.
You done with
Same
this?
here. What?
Just gonna be like, you done with this? And point to the guy.
That seems rude.
And he's just gonna try and do a charm? Like, what a terrible joke to make.
All right, let's do a triple disadvantage again.
All right, we got an 18, we got a 27, and a 94.
That's
All right.
perfect, because she rolled a 90, so.
Mm-mm. She's trying real hard.
Well, I'm gonna take the shovel from Jesse, because I'm guessing we're both holding a shovel.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the one you have and be like, you can carry the body though, and I'll start walking into the woods where Holden pointed.
Easy. Jesse will lift it up and. You know what? I'm gonna try and do like Nope, I have no medicine. Never mind.
Maybe
Bring him back to life. What are you
maybe
gonna
there's
do?
a chance we can save him.
I was just gonna try and see if maybe there was Okay, maybe no forensics wouldn't. I'm just gonna do.
What are you trying to do?
What are you trying to do?
Gears have shifted. Okay, I was trying to see if there was any medical reason how the heart kept going, or if that was purely supernatural.
Oh.
And gears have shifted to forensically. I just want to make sure that I'm leaving as little as possible behind.
Sure. Give me a forensics check.
And that's a 4.
Yeah, it's dark, so you can't really see as much as you can. You can't perfect it, but you think you got most of it, most of the evidence gathered up.
Well, I know. Yeah, bury the body.
Yeah, Karen, what do you do while they're doing this?
She just stands there.
Jesse's gonna periodically be like, "Are you sure you don't wanna? I can finish it." To Jake.
I'm already ahead of you. I'm walking in.
Oh no, this is
direction.
while you guys were buried.
Periodically, as we're doing
well,
it.
we're digging. No.
Yeah,
no,
I'm just
no.
gonna see if you're gonna tap at any point.
No, there's only one flashlight between us, so we'll finish this and leave together.
Casually, when we're about halfway done, Jesse's just gonna be like, "Is this the first body you buried?"
Come here often.
It is the first body I've buried. The last one that we saw murdered was taken for a bit.
There'll be a long, maybe a 2-minute pause, and Jesse will just be like, "It gets easier. It shouldn't,
Does
but
it?
it does."
I don't want it to.
Maybe
I mean,
it's an action.
the body part doesn't phase Jake. I think it was the actual killing part because
the entity, yeah.
yeah, because dead bodies in weird scenarios is what Jake
It's his
does
job.
for a living.
Yeah, it's his
It's my
job.
job. I'm just hoping that I don't get called for this one down the line.
Don't worry, Holden's got it covered.
Yeah, I'm sure Holden's got it covered.
Jesse's just gonna be like, I think I got most of it.
Well,
At about
Holden's on our side.
3 in
Keep
the morning,
eating like
you guys
you
have
do, and
completely buried the body at about 3 in the morning.
yeah.
Karen, are you still just standing by the lake?
Yep.
I'm gonna make sure there's leaves over top of it and make it doesn't look like it was dug ground at any point.
As you guys are heading back towards the lake and the path down, you guys notice that Catherine's tent is still there.
Nope. Not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Actually, 10 feet's probably still pretty close. I don't want to say 30.
Do you guys want to say anything to Karen before you head down?
Yeah.
You coming down, Karen? We're heading back down. I know it's starting to get light out, but we do have a
At
flashlight.
3 in the morning?
Depends where we are, I guess.
Be easy on him, Jesse. It'll get light soon. No, I should probably come down with you guys. Thanks. And she'll just follow behind.
As we get to our cars, Jesse's just gonna, in the least flirtatious way he can, he's just gonna look at
Jake?
Karen,
Yeah.
Karen, and be like, "Are you okay to be alone?"
As you are saying that, as you're stepping out of the cars, Holden, who is still sitting on his hood, laughs at that.
Do you ever sleep?
No.
Yeah, relatable.
Can you blame the guy?
Karen just gets in her car and turns on the engine. She doesn't drive away or anything yet, but the radio starts playing.
Jesse will walk up to Holden. And he'll just extend a hand
Holden will shake it.
and just be like, "Thank you."
Yes.
That's it. That's all.
Watching that exchange, Karen pulls out and drives away.
Jesse will offer Holden a cigarette if he's just.
Oh, he is already holding one in his fingers,
Okay.
yeah.
When Jake goes to his car, I'm gonna be like, so I might need a couple days, but text me if you or call me if you need anything.
Holden just nods.
And Jake will drive away.
So that's it.
I highly suggest you do not go for runs in the middle of the night in the Dova Woods anymore. Actually, just stay away from Trapper Woods at night. Gredden Ravine, don't go walking. And just, stay in your fucking motel room.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
And Jesse will go for a run in Odova Woods. Jesse will he'll get in his car, he'll start it up, and he'll put it in gear, and as he does, he'll just kind of look at Holden one more time and just give him a head nod before he peels out.
Okay. All right. What does everyone... Go.
When Karen gets home, she's going to text Jesse.
Oh boy.
And it just is going to say, "We need to talk," which is very on brand for their weird, not a relationship.
Um. And was this like 4:30 or
4
something?
a.m.
4 a.m.
3:30, 4 a.m., somewhere in there.
Yeah, Jesse's just gonna be like, "I'm still up. I can come get you." Or we could do bean time at noon.
No, she just says okay to your first text message.
Okay. Yeah, Jesse will in the motel parking lot while checking his text, like, God damn it, and then go and drive to. I know where you live, right? I've picked you up before, haven't I?
I think so. I'll if you don't, she would tell you
Okay.
where, which is in. I know I have this note. She lives in the southeast part of this city in the Rose District.
Beautiful part of the
Rose
city.
District. Holy shit.
Beautiful part of the city.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, Jesse will, however long it takes him to get there from his shitty fucking motel.
It's about a 20-minute drive at this time of night.
Yeah. He'll do it. Maybe a little expeditiously.
Yeah, that's why it's 20 minutes. Yeah.
She's waiting outside for you, and you're like she's been sitting out there for a while.
He'll walk up and he'll offer you a cigarette.
She does not take your cigarette.
That's fine. He'll put it away.
I think I'm gonna leave Red Hall.
Is that possible?
Anything is possible.
Want to just call you back?
It might. But the thing I thought that was keeping me here wasn't ever to begin with, and it isn't now. And I have no desire to be in a place where I have no ties and have been trapped for several years in fear and have killed, or at least assisted in killing, 2 people, if not more. I can't speak for the extended actions of my assistants with Holden. And I wanted you to know that I'm not obviously going to tell anyone. My guilt does not run deep enough to put you and Jake in danger. I did, after all, just save your ass.
Don't think I'm ungrateful.
No,
I've
I know you're
wasted a
not.
lot of chances, but I don't intend to waste this one.
I'm glad to hear it.
Where do you think you'll go? Friends, family, Canada?
I think I'll just head east until it feels right.
All right, Portland.
That's west.
Or south, even.
Yeah, probably so.
I don't know where Red Hall is.
Northwest,
Seattle?
kind of. If that's where roughly it is.
In the area.
Yeah. I don't intend on going back to find a past that may not exist. But I want a future that doesn't include Red Hall and everything it stands for. If I can help it. As you said, these things have a way of dragging you back in, but why would I waste what time I can take elsewhere? while I'm able. I'll be here for 2 more weeks. I have to tie up loose ends at the university, sell this place. But I felt if anyone deserved to know my plans, that I had plans, it was you. The only other person I've ever been close to in Red Hall is Holden, and he certainly doesn't deserve to know anything.
He'll take a long drag of his cigarette and just kind of look up at first light. And he'll just toss it on the ground, step on it. And turn back to Karen and just thank you. And he'll just extend a hand to shake her hand.
She will hug you.
Jesse's not gonna not receive it, but you can definitely feel the fact that like he's not used to people touching him.
It's kind of an awkward hug on her side too. She is not a touchy-feely person, which just makes this an awkward hug all the way around. But it's like the kind of hug you give somebody when you're saying goodbye forever. What you feel is forever.
Yeah, just give her a pat on the back and just again be like.
She reciprocates the awkward pat.
And just as the hug ends, he'll be like, "You ever watch Batman?" Just at the end when Bruce Wayne thinks he sees Alfred thinks he sees Bruce. Whatever. Maybe I'll see you around.
Okay. I certainly hope not, but for more my benefit than yours.
Just absolutely botched that goodbye. It's such a good ending. And then Jesse's like, you know that the end of that really bad ending of that movie?
Yeah. There's no way Jesse was like just comfortable leaving it without like an awkward like and then he'll do the same thing where he'll get back in his car, he'll put it in gear, and before he peels out, he'll look back and he'll give Karen a head nod.
All right. Should I
wave?
Mark here that this is Karen's end of the story?
Yeah, it depends on how like the next couple weeks play out, but her goal is to like not and to leave.
If no one will contact you if you do not want to be contacted, so we could just sign her out here.
Yeah, do it.
All right. Karen has left Red Hall.
Dang.
Well, Megan goes through a lot of characters.
I mean, Sam is still around.
I know.
And Karen lost everything that was tying her to Red Hall, so...
It's true.
So, I think the only thing left to do this session is maybe tomorrow morning, Jesse and Jake will go share a casual, non-business breakfast at Nan's.
Sam and David should probably like have a little resolution.
Sure. We won't do the breakfast one unless you guys want to.
No, that's just what we're up to.
Okay, sure.
Not non-business related.
The bros.
Just
Yeah,
two people who just buried a body connecting over breakfast.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't really watch sports, do you?
Nah, but how about that body last night?
What do you want from the Sam scene? What is Sam thinking?
She's gonna like make some tea. She's like kind of taking up time procrastinating this conversation. And she makes weird small talk with David. But ultimately kind of like eventually sits down and just looks at him and is like, the first thing I ever did with the Night's Watch was this investigation about a tape. A simple videotape that ended in an entity dragging one of the members through an impossibly small door. And I watched as Jesse killed him in front of me to spare him the suffering. He was later turned into a piece of furniture. And that was my point of not understanding the grand scheme of this city.
How have you made sense of it since?
It still doesn't, honestly. There are elements that I don't understand. But it's a battle of power, it seems like, between 4 people, one of whom is Holden, for the control and power of such entities in the city. They all seem to want different things. These 4 people.
What does Holden want?
He says he wants balance, which really to me sounds terribly sick and twisted. Because in this case, balance means a life for a life. It means sacrificing one for another. That's part of why you ended up where you did. Because I wanted to try and keep you safe. You were destined to be exchanged because I was saved.
What do you mean I was to be exchanged?
Do you remember when I showed up at the hospital and I was soaked through and you were confused why and I couldn't explain? I had been held hostage and bartered amongst to be sold off, auctioned off to the highest bidder. But I made some choices that were not what they had intended. And because of those choices, a debt had to be paid of sorts. And you were intended to be that debt.
So who sent us to that place?
One of the other four. A woman named Catherine. I went to her because Holden wasn't giving me the answers I wanted. I thought that I was protecting both of us, but I didn't understand completely. Not that I do now. Which is why I feel so adamantly that it is incredibly dangerous to try and become involved when you don't understand.
So, with this, if you could have a perfect world, what would you want me to do?
I guess I just want you and I to be able to go back to some semblance of normal. Work at Greg Ainer. Be awkward in the hallways when we see each other.
Well, for a lot of reasons, that normal's gone.
I just want you to be safe.
What if they try to barter for me again?
If you stay out of it, they won't. If I stay out of it, they won't.
But we don't know that.
We don't. But it feels like it's based on loss and connection and meaning. They wanted you because you were close to me, because you mattered, because it was worthwhile for them to watch me suffer. Or to have to choose some poor innocent soul who wasn't you to take my place. Or to choose to sacrifice myself. They wanted me to choose, and choosing you put me in that position. I just want you to promise me that you won't go trying to meddle. Unless you really want to see me suffer.
That's not... never mind.
No, what?
That's
What is
not
it?
entirely fair, is it? Sam, why don't you just help me? Why don't we just do it together?
It's not that easy. I have watched people die and be left behind, and I don't think I can do that with you. I would sacrifice stupidly. There's evidence that I would sacrifice stupidly for you.
Yeah, but Sam, that was without me there to...
What would you If you had known, how would you have stopped it? What would you have done?
I would have... I would have probably sacrificed myself to keep you out of this.
That's my point exactly.
The thing is, but like...
This can't become some Romeo and Juliet scenario.
I'm not expecting that. But the thing is, we could do this together. We can either pretend it'll go back to normal and it never will, or we can actually take some steps to try to make some more sense of this. We won't stir any pots. I'll stop talking to Holden. I just want to be able to try to figure out what I experienced in a way that isn't gonna hurt you. Because I need to know. So if we just try it together. Like, Sam, I can't go back to my apartment because the thought of looking at that wall makes me nearly pass out. And maybe I can get back to normal if I try to make sense of what all this is. So help me do it.
What happens if what you discover is bigger and scarier and less logical than everything is right now? What happens if you peel back for answers and you come up with just more questions?
I'll make as much sense of it as I can, because right now I'm going on nothing. I just need something. Please. If it gets too much, you can tell me.
I so wish that were true.
Why can't we make it true? Why can't we just do that?
Okay. I will help you. But I already have a bad feeling about it. But if this is really what you want, if it's really what you think will make it better, we can figure it out.
He puts his hand on your hand and just says, thank you.
She just like takes his hand for a minute and like holds it. You're welcome, I guess.
Sick. And scene. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm just going to make a note of this because that was an important beat. Sam, reluctantly...
I mean, she has to, or Megan has to make another character, right? So.
I mean, I'm open to making another character.
Yeah.
But, you know, Sam lives, apparently, through everything and just keeps getting dragged back.
Yeah.
Try as she might, she can't get
I'm
out.
not mad about it. Sam is my favorite sad, innocent, pathetic, empath, crazy character. She is.
I can't wait till she snaps and kills someone.
I mean, she's already snapped a couple times.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say I can't wait till David dies and then Sam snaps and kills
There
somebody.
it is.
That would be the thing, yeah.
That would be the one. Yeah. I mean, she already caused you guys to run around an apartment building with a shotgun, and
But it's yeah.
Sam actually is the catalyst for a lot of the big moments. Yeah.
was the catalyst for the Red Garden.
She was the reason the pig cult stormed the hospital. Like,
Yeah,
Whoops.
she's been in it.
Oh no, is she actually evil?
Oh, she's just
Everyone's
so-
evil in
Every-
Red Hall.
Everyone's a little bit evil in Red Hall. Everyone's a little bit evil in Red Hall. Well, thanks for
You kinda
watching
have to
YouTube. I am sincerely hoping that we will not have as long of a break before the next Red Hall. I don't think we will. This is honestly, it reminded me how enjoyable these sessions are. I especially also am so glad Jesse and Jake have mended the broken bond between each other.
We went to breakfast together.
Like, I think that's so exciting.
It's so cute.
But we'll see you guys hopefully soon on YouTube for another episode. If you like this kind of content, please let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.